How's it going, everybody? This is going to be your talentless dungeon guide for your Undead Gnomeregan adventures. First things first, this dungeon is insanely difficult when you don't have talents, alright? So I have a way to get through it. It's very difficult. I'm going to show you punch acrosses, though. I'm never going to do a punch down guide because I don't think that is relevant to what people are experiencing in-game. So we're going to do the talentless guide, then I'm going to show you a guide with talents for Sylvanas, because I do think she is kind of a very difficult leader to manage, and that's going to be getting her final gold slot on the main account. If this guide helps you, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, here we go with your talentless guide to Gnomeregan for your undead armies here, and we're going to be going in with Baron Rivendare. Now, full disclosure, this is much easier with Baron Rivendare than it is with Blood Mage or with Sylvanas. Sylvanas being definitely the most difficult at a cost of 6 gold. She is so bad in this dungeon. We'll use her when we do our full talent part of the video. So, for Baron Rivendare, who I hope all you new players have unlocked and you're putting a lot of your focus into for this week, he's definitely the best undead character for pushing PvE content at the very least. We're going to have our Unbound 2 gold cost skeletons, our Gargoyle, our Save Pilot, Chickens, Quillboar, and Execute. You can actually swap out Execute and Blizzard, whichever one you have at a higher level. I think more people will have Blizzard worked on, so I'm going to go ahead and equip that so we can show that in action. It's actually better at dealing with squads, so if you get behind, Blizzard's actually better at catching you back up. Alright, so let's go in here and let's tackle this. You'll notice I've already beaten the first level. I went in with talents on accident. Alright, your undead minis gain 5 additional attack speed. This was not so bad because we do have the unbound characters. The problem with Gnomeregan is that you are so rarely going to be hitting the boss, or bosses, so this is very ineffective. Our leader gaining 1 additional level for Baron Rivendare, that's actually pretty good. He's only cost 4 gold, so we'll use him whenever we can. On death, your minis explode. Yeah, that's not that greatest. So let's go with the Baron Rivendare. He's such an interesting leader because he is armored, he's fast, and he hits hard. And with a 4 gold cost, he's a really valuable mini character. Leader, whatever you want to call him. So this first boss is just chaos because you can never really get to the boss, especially with this army. So I'll walk you through a different strategy you can use with the Necromancer. I've never played with a Necromancer. I never had success with the Necromancer, even in this dungeon, because it just gets like taken out by the safety pilots. But the main strategy for this is actually to get your Baron Rivendare to this shield right here. This shield is going to stop the boss from knocking your Baron Rivendare into the wall and killing him. And if you can do that while also sending range units from this way to peg the boss down, that's a good viable strategy for this node. I just didn't find the ranged characters, if we were to make this node easy by doing that, I didn't find those ranged characters good at all on the next stage, and the next stage is definitely the most difficult. So, we want to get chest priority, we want to get this summoning stone, get this gold node, and we want to keep stealing these invulnerability rings, because otherwise the enemy safety pilots will grab them, and that's annoying. All the while, we'll try and peg down the boss using Baron Rivendare shielded, Blizzard, safety pilot, whatever we got to do to throw at the boss, we will throw at the boss. You don't want to get overwhelmed. There's lots of units. Let's do some gameplay. Alright, let's quickly grab all the objectives. And I'll throw Baron Rivendare. He's not going to get it. That's unfortunate. Let's drop a Blizzard. And you see, that's why Blizzard probably a little bit easier to use here than Execute. Execute's interesting because you could use it on the final boss as well. But I don't know, Blizzard's just a lot easier to deal with the massive amount of characters that end up coming at us. We're forever playing defense here at the beginning. So Gargoyle's kind of taking the boss away, letting our safety pilot put in some work. If I see that kobold about to grab it, I'll drop my undead here. Yeah, I don't want the kobold to get it. We'll throw our actually we're gonna have to throw our Quillboar. And we'll throw our chickens as well. Just maintain that chest priority. Skeletons will get some damage on the boss. Yeah, I see it almost immediately got taken off. Oof. We lost that gold chest in a really unfortunate way. There we go. She got the nice little barrier on her there. Ugh, the barrier spawned on him. Come on now. I want to save the summoning stone. I see we don't have any kind of anti-air here though, so I'm gonna try and cycle through to the safe pilot. Yeah, see that that damn griffin gonna ruin everything. Let's protect our kobold. Oof, those chickens got a kobold a little bit faster than I thought they would. And the enemy keeps being at the perfectly annoying time to steal these invulnerability chests. Alright, let's send our gargoyle up here. Safety pilot will either be dead. Safety pilot will not be dead. But yeah, as you can see, that knockback is very annoying. And if we decide to start throwing some attacks at the boss, we're going to quickly find ourselves at a gold deficit. Alright, there we go. There's our Baron Rivendare getting some good shield action in. This should be a lot of damage on the boss. So let's focus on taking out the enemy characters. Once they all get in range, you know what? I'll drop the blizzard on them. There we go. That was effective. I'll drop the safe pilot up here. Ah-yeah! Let's get that chest. That's our chest. We'll let the Griffin Rider run by. She obviously can't collect the summoning stone. Lucky for us. Baron Rivendare gets the shield. Gargoyle up the other side for no particular reason. He'll get knocked back. He just runs at immediate range too, right? Baron Rivendare getting some good work in. 21 seconds until we get the increased gold, which is super helpful. We'll try and protect that. I don't think we can, though. We definitely don't want him to get that. So another big unit to deal with. We're going to be happy to have our blizzard available. Notice the boss's life is nice and low for us to pick off here. We're going to throw this there, this here, and we'll start dive bombing the boss with the additional gold, while also just protecting our base. Spam protect the base. Don't throw your skeletons at the boss. The boss will just shrug them off, right? So safety pilot, if you have the gnomish cloaking device, you'll get 2 hits off. Also, if your safety pilot's alive a little bit, you want to throw it at the top right corner of the boss. That'll knock your safety pilot away, but not into the wall, and the safety pilot will take additional shot. Alright, that was the easy boss. Well, that was the second easiest boss. This next one is an absolute nightmare, and a couple of our units are basically useless here. But if we go with the units that are super useful here, then we are screwed in the last stage. So that's why this dungeon is so dang hard. If you're struggling with this dungeon, don't feel any sort of way about it. Your barracks and tower apply frost. Your armored minis periodically inflict poison. That's really good because we get a Gargoyle and Baron Rivendare. Playing a cycle mini causes the next non-cycle mini to cost 1 less. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got 3 cycle minis. That's going to save us a lot of gold. Both of these are pretty good, but I'll go with the less gold for Gargoyle and Baron Rivendare. We'll be able to spam them because the towers and the well, let's wait till we get into the map. This map is incredibly difficult. Incredibly difficult. Those cannon towers that we're about to see are nuts. I wish BlueStacks would load faster. I just want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. I want to vent. As I'm sure many of you are probably venting right now, too. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, here we go. So the boss, first of all, the boss does absolutely crazy AoE damage on your units. But just getting to the boss is difficult because these cannon towers, they protect the middle, they protect their side. It's a huge burst of damage and a big AoE effect, right? So our goal is to capture this left side as quickly as possible to reestablish some sort of gold in our inventory and then to capture the right side. From there, we defend the left and right side and we start dive bombing the boss, or we try and get a Baron Rivendare Gargoyle combo. Baron Rivendare on one side, Gargoyle on the other, and we go from there. Our chickens, we can only send them up the middle, or we can only use them once we've captured a tower and they're going towards the boss. Or I guess if we're trying to defend our base, if we get far behind, which is 100% possible. Let's see how this goes. Let's get some gameplay. This chest right here, basically until we have these 2 towers, we're just going to relinquish it. Not much we can do there. Alright, what do we got? Baron Rivendare is great. No safety pilot hurts. We'll drop a blizzard right here. Notice how I tag the tower as well as all the bosses, all the enemies. I'll drop the safety pilot behind the tower here. Baron Rivendare, being the armored unit, is helping tank. And I guess you can kind of see why I'm not the biggest Sylvanas fan when it comes to this one. Notice my gear, my level 16 safe pilot did a lot of extra work there for us, right? Gargoyle for the next tower. Once this is captured, it's going to defend itself very well, but I'm not going to... See, watch these chickens. Yeah, there you go. I'm not going to let the tower just defend itself. I don't want these bears to do much damage to it, so I will actually send in units. You see Gargoyle soloed the tower. He is so important for this dungeon. And so the fight's not over yet. You can't sleep on the enemies, especially these Darkspear trolls. The idea that you can lose your towers is not far-fetched at all. Alright, so now that we have control of the left and right side, it's more possible that we can be getting that chest now, so we're going to start putting some effort into it. All the while, getting the gold ore on the left and right side. Make sure when you go for the ore, you throw your kobold outside the poison. Your kobold will instantly die. Alright, so let's go with Baron Rivendare, and when we get the opportunity, we'll throw our skeletons behind. We just gotta wait for Baron Rivendare to pull aggro. There you go. We gotta protect our tower. You see how the tower is like instantly dropping? This node is terrifying. Chickens up the middle. Whenever she spawns, it means that the chest is about to spawn too. There it is. Chickens will get cleaved down by her. Ah, they did it! Let's go, chickens! We need to get our Quill War here to defend that. 2 gold in the node. So watch, I summoned the kobold way up there. Notice I have done so minimal damage to this boss. I'm just sort of maintaining control of the towers. With this tower low, I'm actually terrified to lose it. Alright, let's let the gold build up a little bit. Okay. Once we get to 7, we're going to throw Baron Rivendare. Oh man, no, we're going to have to throw a blizzard. We need that double gold phase. We need the double gold phase. It's just too much. Let's get these 2 gold pieces right here. But at least they protect the middle for us, right? Which is nice. Chickens to get the gold. He's there, so I'll throw the safe pilot. Hopefully she'll get a good amount of damage in. I'll also summon the Quillbore right on top. Let's throw the blizzard down. You see we're getting some good damage in here. That might have been a little bit too ambitious. We're doing great damage, but now you see I don't have gold and I do have to deal with these guys on my towers. Now I have 2 towers low. I did feel like I was in a pretty good position there, though. I don't regret doing that. Let's throw our gargoyle. Oh, Baron Rivendare's tanking. I could have sent skeletons in. Here, let's try and get her with the chickens, even though they'll get cleaved. Let's get that gold, and let's bomb this boss. Alright, so we're going to get it down before the actual timer. You can see how chaotic and crazy this node is, though. Do not get frustrated if you're having a hard time. And Blizzard is very useful there, too. Taking out those huge squadrons. But Execute really helps you take those towers down quickly as well. 1 gargoyle hit with an evenly leveled Execute, and that tower is yours. It's a nutty combo. It's hard to pull off. It's something I'll do when we do the Sylvanas deck, because Execute does cost 1 gold less than Blizzard, so it's a little bit... You get to use it more freely. But now's the good news, okay? We got past Node 2. It was tough, but now with our deck, Node 3 is... It's a cakewalk. Because we have such cheap units going in, we're going to get all the... vials? Containment units? I don't know. Your fly minions evade. We're not going to be using Gargoyle like at all. This is nice. Make them cost less. So they're cast 3 levels higher. I don't care about that. So this is going to make our Baron Rivendare and our Quillbore cost 1 less. We're never going to play the Gargoyle Healer. He doesn't do anything. Okay, an interesting note here is that Execute does hit the boss. And at the even level to the dungeon, it hits it about just as hard as a bomb does. Now, will you have that extra gold to throw the Execute at the boss all the time? Not necessarily, but it's kind of a cool little gimmick. I think I did win 1 dungeon with that, because I was just completely overwhelmed, but I had Execute, he was almost dead. I threw it on a whim, got it, was like, hell yeah. Alright, but so the chickens pay off absolutely gigantic here. Grab that. Let's throw you down. That damn brute took out my chickens with the one shot. Look at us. We're just cycling through our deck. This is beautiful. Oop, he AoE'd it down. That was annoying. I love the speed of this third level when we're able to cycle through our characters. Makes it all worthwhile. Also, if you blizzard one of these, I call them coils. When you blizzard one of these coils, you're then able to steal it. If your spell gets the final hit, I should say. Like, actually, I think the brute might have got that one. Let's drop this. And this. Alright, here we go. Look at our leader. Baron Rivendare is getting beefy with that first relic we were able to choose. 18 now? Oh my god, he's huge. He's huge! Dungeons can be a lot of fun. Look, I know this dungeon can be very, very tilting, but it can be a lot of fun too. It's a nice PvE challenge. Alright, let's continue on. Here, we'll just take the safe pilot for safe pilot. Yeah. You'll notice the computer likes to spawn those coils on top of your enemy for them. Alright, let's get some of these coils. Oh, those chickens are trying to die. Do one of those. Oof. Also, if your units get close here, the boss will cleave your units and take the thing. But as you can see, we get the win. So that's how I would do it talentless. We're now going to log on over to my main account, and I'll show you how it looks like with talents. It's not much different, so I don't think there's any other way to say it. Gnomeregan is just like god-awfully difficult dungeon. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people struggling with it because I already got a lot of questions about it, but that's how I would approach these sections. I didn't even talk about the map on the third node because it's just spawn all of your minis, cycle to your kobolds. Those gold nodes, they just reproduce like crazy, farm them up, and go from there. All right, let's see what sort of upgrade I can do here. If you could do Baron Rivendare, he's one of my favorite leaders to actually use. Oh, but Spell the Gold is kind of clutch. We'll do Spell the Gold. That's great for PvE and PvP. In fact, when you're leveling through the game and you're not doing your entire thing gold, I do suggest rushing your favorite gold minis. That extra later level will play a bigger impact than early levels. All right, let's log on over. All right, so here we are on the main account, and we are going to use our Sylvanas because I think she's the weakest leader. Yeah, I even think Blood Mage is probably easier to max the deck out. What do I even have on him? Something very similar. But we're going to go in there with our Sylvanas, and let's talk about the deck I have. I have the Banshee's Wail on. Not the best talent for her. You definitely want the, I think it's called Black Arrow, where it's piercing damage. Especially for the first and second nodes, just peeling through the squad units would be so much better. Unfortunately, I didn't get those talents for her. She's already rare, so to get her to Epic to finally change it up, not really in my, my need bag right now. We have Gargoyle with the 30% speed up, Necromancer with the every kill he gets, he summons a skeleton. We have the Bloodlust Execute, Gnomish Cloaking Device, Safety Pilot, Bristleback Quillbore, and of course the Flame Burst Whelps. Alright, let's get in there, and I already know these because I've done this first level a few times trying to figure out the perfect comp for the tower. Anesthetic Concoction is not bad here because we will be doing a lot of dive bombing on bosses, but Shadowhome Commendation, so to play an Undead mini, also summons 2 skeleton mages at your base. If you see this, run, don't walk, take this one, because that is going to help you. It basically emulates a Baron Rivendare effect, right? I'm going to not take it, because I know the comment section will lose their minds if I do. So instead, we'll take the Unstable Concoction and just really nerf ourselves, just for your amusement, even though we're using talents here. So I should just be trying to get the win no matter what here. All right, so very similar to what we did before, but now we don't have Baron Rivendare, right? We're going to be sending our Gargoyle in, trying to get him to snag that invulnerability shield and reach the boss. The problem is, even with 30% speed, the Gargoyle is unbearably slow. And Sylvanas' passive doesn't really speed him up the way you would hope it does. So we got to deal with that. Let's start with the Gargoyle. We got a truly awful opening hand to deal with here. So let's try and get those whelps to at least slow down the enemy's progression. Let's flip this up. Let's save that chest. Start capturing. So the Gargoyle did get the shield. That's great. But you can see the shield is going to run out by the time the Gargoyle reaches there, unfortunately. I could execute, but I kind of want to do it on the boss as well. So one hit, and then the shield is gone. It's so dumb. I mean, it's not so dumb. You're supposed to use fast units, right? Like, the Warsong Raider is a great character to get that shield on. Characters like that do really good. But this is why we have our Necromancer. Now, the Necromancer is going to help just kind of keep everything else at bay. And when those Gargoyles are making the boss do their dance, if they don't kill the boss, because they always get one hit when they reach the boss. If they don't kill the boss, then the Necromancer is going to post up here on the left side and get a lot of damage in on the boss. But this looks great right now. Let's give our guys Bloodlust. We clip the boss with it, and there we go. So as you can see, the Gargoyles, hell of a good unit. The only reason we don't use them without the talents is because they are unbearably slow when you don't have that 30%. That's probably a top 10 talent for PvE, the Gargoyle. Also, the Execute Bloodlust is probably a top 10 talent too. By the way, there's so much fun you can have with that when you're pushing. I've recently started using it. Boy, I love it. I love it. That plus like a Warsong Raider on an enemy. Oh my god. Or that when we drop our Safety Pilot, Whelplings, and then our Quillbore. Oof. Your minis cost 4 or 5 gold to play with a shield that absorbs first hit. This is fantastic. Your towers and barracks and meeting stones spawn a whelp egg every 8 seconds. You would think this is good, but because it's whelp egg, they tend to just get ignored, not popped, and then do nothing. Feast Whistle, playing your leader summons 2 Defiance Bandits. So, anytime you can get a numbers advantage on the field, I think is good, especially the Defiance Bandits. They do go in stealth. I don't hate this one. The problem is, I'm very rarely going to be playing Sylvanas. I played her once at the beginning there by necessity, right? But because of her 6 gold cost, I try and just avoid using her altogether. I did be interested to know what your guys' experience with Sylvanas is like. Maybe if you have the proper talent on her and she's cleaving down squads, it's a lot better. Watching my Sylvanas die to a squad of chickens makes me not want to play her. That's too big of a gold deficit, right? So this is definitely the hardest stage. This is why we have our Gargoyle to take those towers as quickly as possible. Mind you, the Gargoyle on the next stage is completely useless, unfortunately. But yeah, we're going to get those bases as quickly as possible. And there is a good chance we get overwhelmed here, especially without Blizzard to kind of save our base. So again, left side, right side, and then center. Here we go. We did start with a Gargoyle. That's fantastic. I'm going to wait in some of the Safety Pilot on the enemies that will undoubtedly spawn. Oh, they're not spawning. Let's use the Execute. You see how we got that base. Oh, there's that Dark Spear Troll. Boom. Give me that base. Now let's use our safe. Oh, wow. They spawned in immediately. I don't even know how that happened. They had no fly-in time or nothing. All right, so now that we got the left side, we're probably going to have to defend it here. We'll summon our Necro once the Harvest Golem is actually attacking the tower. There you go. And now we'll start setting up for the right side. Assuming we don't lose this guy here. Perfect. All right, so we'll summon our Gargoyle in the back just so we get enough gold recoup time here. Oh, no. We're going to have to use a Save Pilot to protect our Gargoyle. Execute will still be up. There we go. Bam! Look at that Execute. I love Execute. I can't believe I slept on it for so long. Let's protect our base here. Whelplings there, took them out. Can we save the Whelplings? Yes, we can. Alright, so just like before, we are now in protect what we stole mode. We might have to let that harvest golem reach the base here. We can throw the necro up. There we go. And I'll hit it with an execute once it gets a little bit lower. There we go. Harvest golem gone. Oh, our skeleton's up there. That's cool. Oh, because it went with the base, and our necromancer took it out. Very, very, very cool. So I am very unwilling to push it like I did last time, but if I were, it would be Gargoyle on the right side. Watch a Dark Spirit Troll get summoned here. And it'd be Quillboard now. Probably with the Whelplings. And then we would do the Execute the second the Gargoyle gets in range and we have the gold. You see? But now I don't have the gold to answer this. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That was very greedy. If we were doing a punch up, it would have bit us in the butt. I guess lucky for us, we're doing a punch across. I don't know. We got it. We got it. So that is the chaos still. Left side, right side. The towers are so important. A cheesy way to collect those towers is very beneficial. Very beneficial. And Gargoyle is a great way to do that. Or Baron Rivendare. He's such a tank. He's such a tank. Baron Rivendare is very easy to push. I'll probably be able to get a few extra 100 gold from pushing the later dungeons on him. Alright, let's claim that reward. See what we got here. Playing a cycle mini causing the next mini. We don't really care about that. Tank minis cost 1 less. That'll be really good for our Quillboar. Summon 3 skeletons whenever you play a spell. Yeah, I'd prefer that. 3 skeletons when we do execute is going to be very nice. Oh, also, I'll show you here how execute can hurt the boss quite a bit. As long as we get into the position where we have additional gold. Alrighty. Here we go. Any day now, BlueStacks. Come on. We're still waiting on that Blizzard client. Please, please. I hope they're working on it. Hope we're not stuck with BlueStacks forever. Alright. This is why we hate Sylvanas. I hate Sylvanas' cost so much. What joy is there in this curse? Stay sharp. She's gonna get soloed. We got the talent on her to scare the wolf, I guess. I guess that's something, right? And we get 2 here. Let's summon the Necro. I think we got that one. Yeah, we got that one. You gotta summon, whenever you see the kobold, you gotta summon the kobold quick. Let's get this. Knights Regen 2. Like I stole it with execute. Get wrecked, nerd. Oh, whoops. Spoke too soon. I had to let it get to the base. It would have just wrecked us otherwise. Kobold's up. Our base is not doing the best. Definitely not doing the best. Bam. Oof, those wolves are nasty. Yeah, we gotta execute those wolves. We're kind of even with the boss right now. That's not good. Oh, come on. We need to get to our kobold ASAP. Bristleback. See, that's why I had Bristleback. It makes him win the exchange against Defias Bandits. Oh no, we lost all that, huh? Nice, she stole it. We get these 3 and we're good. Actually, we can probably execute now. We'll drop the execute to get the win here. 1 bomb hit. Let's let the other bomb hit too. Boom, execute. Yeah, we did it. Execute does damage to the boss. One of the few things that does. I don't know what reaching the boss with a Banshee does, because I don't know if that's percentile damage or just raw damage. But that's it, guys. That is our talented part of the guide. Let me know how you guys are doing with Gnomeregan. If you got any kind of secret tech that you'd like to share with the class, that'd be really nice, so we could get everybody pushing their armies as hard as possible. Start pushing those heroic campaigns. And if you're waiting for the Westfall heroic campaign, it will be out later today. I just wanted to get this one out quickly because, well, Gnomeregan's here, and the Undead is a tough sell here, except for Baron Rivendare. Baron Rivendare makes everything look easy. Those minions are great, and hopefully you got the chill where you're going to be having those ranged units coming in. Alright, there we go. Upgrade complete. Sylvanas is done. I guess I'll go do Blood Mage Chalice now. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.